Do you know who I am? My name is the Sure Thing Mark Sherman.
And I'm that guy, Scotty Slade, and we're Team #Friendship.
And you're listening to Marks on Commentary. Yeah.
I got a hell of a story, a Mulligan Andre the Giant story. I know you heard it. In the hotel rooms, Andre's sitting there, Mulligan's sitting there, a night out of drinking. They probably drank 2 cases of beer apiece. And Mulligan always was Mulligan's a tough son of a gun. And Andre don't mean to be or anything, but he is Andre, unbelievable. So Andre's sitting in one bed, and Mulligan's sitting in the other bed. And Mulligan looks at him, and this is right from Mulligan. He says, I looked at Andre and I said, I know I can beat him. But he didn't tell Andre that. And he had another beer, and he looked at him again, he goes, I know I can whip his ass. If I whip his ass, I'm the toughest guy in wrestling. So he thought about it for a second, and I better have another beer. He drank another beer. He looked at Andre, and Andre was sitting there, and Mulligan's hand was about that wide. Yeah. He went just right out of the blue. Wham! Nailed Andre. Andre went, why did you do that? And Mulligan looked at him and goes, oh, wait. Andre got up, picked him up, slapped him, took him, and threw him. And Mulligan went right out the window, the sliding glass door windows, and over the balcony and was hanging from about the 5th floor. And then Andre looked at him and he goes, went over, picked him up and brought him back in. And he goes, why did you do that? And Mulligan says, because I know I'm tougher than you.
I think this is fake.
You can't say that.
I can say that.
Wrestling's not fake!
It's still real to me, damn it!
The unscripted, uncensored, loose cannon of commentary. This ain't WCW. This ain't Monday Night Raw. This ain't SmackDown. This ain't even WWE.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
The recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
You're listening to Marks on Commentary.
Is Jason recording this still?
I am.
I think you should just offer this up as the substitute show because Jason's power went out. We lost the show.
Yeah, we were about half hour in, and my apartment just went pitch black before I could save anything. So.
Are you sure you don't want to play Trivial Pursuit instead?
This is why the podcast needs to make money so Jason can pay his electricity bill.
We're back on. I'm so pissed, and it was so good too. Like it's an episode. It's gone. It's in the stratosphere of never to be heard. It was the best podcast you'll never hear.
Yeah, it was really good quality. I was shocked at how professional and wonderful
it was amazing. There was like a WWE superstar on. Like we interviewed somebody.
Yeah, dude, we totally had like legends of wrestling on our show. And they got disconnected from Jason last time.
Yeah, Gangrel finally came on.
Hey, he's in Massachusetts this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, he is for that other thing that we're going to go to, but I'm going to Keene instead.
I will be in Maine.
Well, that's no fun.
We're all in places we're not supposed to be, except for Eddie. Eddie, you go. And convince him to come on our show, like he promised to do months ago.
You're asking me to drive to Worcester by myself and trust that I know how to get there, A, and B, actually be able to positively identify Gangrel.
I'm pretty sure he sticks out.
You know, I'm going to wind up interviewing, like, Robert Patrick from Terminator 2 and asking him a bunch of random wrestling questions.
I'm pissed that show got.
Just make him, like, a Skype login, because he said he couldn't help us because he didn't have Skype yet. Just make him a login and hand it to him and be like, this is yours, call us.
Will it count if I just show up with my laptop? Dear Gangrel, now you have Skype. Now you're out of excuses.
Come on the show. I'm pissed.
I know you're pissed. This is a bad precedent for the show, Jason.
This is why you need to be recording the shows again.
Hey, this is why you're supposed to fix my hard drive.
I know. I'll take care of it.
I don't touch anything that's technology related.
All
There's
right.
a reason for that.
I say we go back down through the list of shit that we did just real fast.
Then can we play Trivial Pursuit?
Perhaps.
Is this going to be like a 5-minute show?
Yeah, this part.
Alright.
All right. Rhodes Brothers win the tag titles.
Yay! Boo! The Shield's gonna break up. Brr.
Something about a vagina, and Catherine yelled at me.
Oh yeah.
Damn it. I hate.
Quickly recap Sherman's sweaty towels.
Oh, yeah, Sherman and Scotty Slade had a conversation at Chaotic about sweaty towels and made fun of me, and it was hilarious. And then Scotty Slade made funny comments on Twitter. Boom, done.
And then Catherine almost said sweaty twat instead of sweaty towel.
No, I didn't. People are horrible. What happened to watching the language? Such a content.
We already did that in the last podcast.
Oh, deodorant socks. Like, deodorant and socks, not deodorant socks.
Did you get the assist?
Yeah,
Yes,
people apparently want Eddie's sweaty socks and half-used deodorant. He'll autograph them and send them to you. Make a donation.
Yep.
Oh, hold on, Nina chimed in with another one. Bumper stickers. I yelled at Jason for elect bumper stickers.
We're poor. We don't have advertising money. If you'd like to send it, we can set something up.
I mailed someone a
We'll send you
DVD.
crap
And
in return.
hey, shut up! I'm recapping. I sent someone a DVD and they got it. And if it doesn't work, blah, you already won the contest. Please.
Who cares if it smells like cigarettes?
Oh, it's gonna smell like death in cigarette. It's gonna smell like a Marlboro casket.
This is gonna be the worst podcast ever now.
We can't recapture the magic, Catherine.
We're just going through it. You just have to deal with it. What if people like it better than?
That would suck.
They're just like, yeah, you guys need to like talk for 5 minutes and that's it.
Who won? Fast Eddie won a race. I don't remember mentioning that.
Fast Eddie.
Triple H is revitalizing the tag division. There's more tag teams. People can actually like wrestle each other and not just look like crap. Yay!
Celtic Broskies.
Yes, lots of stuff about the Celtic Broskies. Harass Zack Ryder. Send him the hashtag when he does Q&As, and eventually he'll respond. I promise.
Hulk Hogan's old.
Yes.
We already knew that.
Yes. The Rock is probably not going to be at WrestleMania 30. Yay! Streamers and balloons.
Unless he wrestles Hulk Hogan, there's a rapture or an earthquake, and
Yes, I did say that I wanted there to be an earthquake to swallow up The Rock and Hulk Hogan, and that would solve everybody's issues.
what was that one? Oh, team beat pinup. Centerfold of Mick Foley in her room of him on flannel bed sheets touching himself.
No! You make everything I say sound so wrong. I hate you all. Do you see what I put up with, people? That was a huge part of the podcast that got lost, was me complaining about how these people are my friends and they shouldn't be.
Catherine's dignity was lost with tonight's podcast.
Oh, Eddie, would you like to mention where you're recording from tonight?
I like how like seriously got. You want to mention? Yes, we are live from my girlfriend's apartment.
Success.
And
Eddie is. Eddie has a lady friend. I'm still in my basement. I'm pathetic. All right, moving on. The PG era has been profitable, with or without inflation. We're not sure, because that's numbers, and we don't handle those.
Nope.
Yeah, Jason and I were in a sped math class together. What was that?
Yep.
Oh, balloon jokes, inflation.
Yeah. Balloon.
Yes, there was a really. Oh, I'm really sad we missed the balloon joke.
I don't understand what blowing up balloons has to do with.
I don't remember discussing my insatiable appetite for airheads on this show.
Yeah, that wasn't this episode.
She's making stuff up now, guys.
Awesome.
Don't trust her. Rey Mysterio's not going to retire. I'm sad. I don't care whether he's there or not. I would like him to leave.
The part of Rey Mysterio will now be played by El Torito and Hornswoggle.
Yes, we wanted El Torito and Hornswoggle to do the like old cartoon like.
The Little Rascals, like.
Yeah, we have the trench coat and be one person. It'd be amazing.
Nina cut the power to Jason's apartment.
Damn it.
And then we were discussing how WWE said that they don't need smaller talent, that indie guys have bad habits, and they don't want them around. And I said that was bull crap. And
Nina
then
prefers big men.
Eddie was going to sing, and the podcast and we're actually cut off for
you have to emphasize that one, Jason.
I did.
Catherine likes wee ones. Nina likes big men. Jason loves transvestites.
Fuck you.
Oh, then there was the trampoline. Nina's so confused about the trampoline.
Something about Sin Cara not giving it to big man and botching.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about Sin Cara botches all the time. So they should just put someone else in the Sin Cara costume and no one would know the difference, except that he'd probably be able to hit all the moves in Sin Cara can.
I think that's
the quick version of what we've done for the last 45 minutes.
I'm exhausted. That took a lot out of me.
You're spent.
We just did the entire podcast like a whole time and a half.
That pretty much brings us back up to where we were.
Yes.
This is going to be the shortest show ever.
That's why we have to play Trivial Pursuit at the end.
We'll think about it.
Jason was not. This is why it's going to be the shortest show ever. Jason is not recovered from. Literally, I think that was God. I told Captain, I think that was God's way of saying tonight's show sucked.
It was good.
It was all right.
I liked it, but it's gone.
Jason, it's now the Dr. Dre Detox or the Guns N' Roses Chinese Democracy of podcasts. It is never happening.
All right, let's do this to put Jason at ease. Let's just have a full moment of silence in honor of the podcast that was lost and then was butchered when we did it in about 4.5 minutes. Can we just have a moment of silence beginning now?
We're having a moment of silence. They can hear you. Nina ruined the moment of silence. This is also called dead air, you idiot.
The best part about it was that I didn't hear anything she said. I just heard you yelling at her. So it sounds like you're the douche.
Oh, she's getting defensive. Now she's claiming she didn't say anything.
Anyways, that was our moment of silence for our podcast.
I'm getting crazy-eyed right now.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Back off.
Oh, God.
Listen to
So
anything.
now that we've had our moment of silence, we can put it behind us, take a deep breath, relax, and continue on our way.
Unless I lose power again.
In which case, screw you, world. Go die in a fire.
Now I'm terrified, like my power is going to go out.
That's not
Well,
good.
let's make this the lightning round podcast and then do a better one at the end of the week.
Oh, God. So there was more information about WWE putting a moral clause in contracts.
Yeah, did you see that?
Something about how, like, if they found inappropriate pictures and videos of them on the internet, that they could be fired. Is that what it was?
Or you might not be used.
Because Caitlyn has some pretty risque pictures out there.
And even Eva Marie now.
Yeah.
You get famous, that shit surfaces.
And I mean, some of them, like, it's stuff that they were contracted to do by WWE, which I think is funny. But then, like, some of it's just, wow.
Yeah.
In other words, my promising future as Piranha Man is completely jeopardized as of now.
Do you have a sex tape we don't know about?
No, but there's
Does
plenty of
Piranha Man have his own sex tape? Because that'd be pretty funny.
No, the man behind Piranha Man is on a thrift store website wearing a wedding dress.
That's not the same thing, but that is very funny.
Well, they might frown upon that.
Maybe if Piranha Man, like, meets up with someone who's an anaconda, then you can make Piranaconda babies and be like that sci-fi movie that I was totally watching earlier.
I don't even have a statement for that, Catherine. You just summed up your whole life.
I love Piranaconda, and I love terrible sci-fi movies.
And
so
Sharknado and...
I haven't seen
and
Sharknado
Miz.
yet. It's a big thing and big deal to me that I haven't seen Sharknado yet. I have too much time on my hands. This was also discussed in the podcast that was lost. Moving on.
All right, Hulk Hogan re-signs to TNA. He got lowballed by WWE. They haven't confirmed that. As of today, they haven't confirmed, unless you read something I didn't.
No, I mean, it goes back and forth. To me, like, TNA is, like, famous this time of year for, like, thinking they're going to get some big, like, push off of, going against what the dirt sheet says. Like, what was it, last year? It was like, we brought in Devon, and that was supposed to, like, change everything. I don't know.
Isn't he gone now?
No, he's gone. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, whatever the dirt sheets are saying, now my, like, rule of thumb is just go the other way. Hogan's resigned. Mr. Anderson's coming back. Anything, I don't know.
Mr. Anderson used to be WWE, right?
The part of arena security will now be played by Devon.
Man, He can be the guy in catering that gets soup poured all over him.
I don't like how WWE still has no continuity and they dropped the Ryback catering feud.
I know.
I was really hoping for
Technically,
payoff.
What I'm most upset about, that my friend Alex, who's wonderful, mentioned on Twitter, was that when Ryback was doing that, Zack Ryder has made a big deal about the fact that he defends catering. Where was Zack Ryder? Zack Ryder should have been defending catering from Ryback.
Well, you know, if he's all about being, you know, people power, his manager could have been John Laurinaitis.
We spent enough time last week wishing that John Laurinaitis is back, and I think that says something.
All right, could Sting be heading back to WWE for WrestleMania 30? New rumors suggest WWE officials are eyeing a possible appearance due to TNA's state of total disarray.
I hope so.
I feel like right now, everybody who's at TNA, there's a rumor that they're going to be in the WWE, and that's just because TNA is falling apart, and everybody wants the guys from TNA in WWE.
I think there's value there, though.
Hold on, this one confused me. Mr. Anderson to return as soon as BF.
Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory. I thought you meant.
Oh, I was thinking, like, I read it as Mr. Anderson to return as BFG. That's like
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
No, I thought he was coming back as a big friendly giant.
Yeah, the World Notebook. Like, I got really confused.
You want
He's not that tall, is he?
No.
You want that? He looks like Dane Cook now. I thought Dane Cook was at Slammiversary. It confused me.
And that's why people were booing him?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm getting.
He didn't want any of his matches on the pay-per-view. They couldn't show it to the live audience. Is that what it is?
I'm in a room with a Dane Cook fan. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Guys are making me look bad over here.
No, I just feel like at this point, like, there's people from TNA that I would want at WWE. Sure, you know, Sting could be one of them. But, there's so many rumors about everyone. Everyone that gets dropped from TNA or leaves TNA, oh my god, they're coming to WWE. And it's, so much of it is bullcrap that at this point, like, I just don't listen to any of it. Every time someone's left TNA, it's, oh, they're going to go sign with WWE. It's like, if anything, I feel like it's always the other way around. People get booted from WWE and end up on TNA.
Yeah. There's only a handful of people that have left TNA and actually gone back or over to WWE.
All I'm saying is Brooke Hogan. That's who I'm gunning for. Get Brooke Hogan in WWE. Come on, she can sell storylines via Twitter. No, guys, I really am married to Sin Cara.
Just don't ask her to say anything in front of camera.
So in other words, she's just gonna be like there to like, you know, hold the place for somebody. Oh look,
Yeah.
is that Brooke Hogan? Don't speak. Don't let her talk. Do we have any?
She goes, she sits, she looks, I guess, pretty, and then goes.
Then she opens her mouth and she sounds like her mother.
Like, the few times that I've watched TNA, it's just been unbearable. None of them can act, and she's not the worst one.
Meanwhile, Jason wants our Bound for Glory picks. You know who he's talking to, sir.
I know, that's why I asked.
Dude, I don't even know what any of the matches
Here,
are.
let me pull it up. You said you might watch.
I said I might, because the wrestler formerly known as Derek Bateman is supposed to be joining TNA.
Wow.
Catherine, did he hold you at gunpoint when he asked you this?
No.
Just
I asked him when Bound for Glory was going to be on, and then he was like, Sunday, and it's like, that's Walking Dead Day.
It is.
So
All right.
I'm probably not going to end up watching it.
You got Styles and Bully Ray for the title.
Well, then I want AJ Styles, but I have no idea what's going on in their storyline. Is it the same crap that it was 3 months ago?
Pretty much. Well, except AJ's kind of doing like a CM Punk kind of I'm leaving with the title.
Oh, that's right.
And that's when Black Macho Man Randy Savage should cash in.
Yeah.
I'm expecting some swerve that they think is so clever, but it turns out to be the shits. So it'll probably somehow be Styles winning the title, but I don't expect it to be great. I expect it to be some kind of stupid swerve.
Wasn't there something last week where, like, Dixie Carter said something really stupid about Stephanie McMahon?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I thought you were going to end that with Dixie Carter came out and said something really stupid. Yeah, that's...
My favorite thing ever that I clicked on because it was on one of the dirt sheets was that they came out with a Dixie Carter t-shirt.
Yep.
And just the comments on it are really funny. A lot of them are inappropriate.
Good.
And very funny.
Do we have any Twitter questions? Oh, are you still going through your picks?
Yeah, let me go through the picks.
There's only one match at this pay-per-view.
Let me skip that.
Except Jason didn't even tell us what his pick was.
I just did.
Did you?
Yeah, it's AJ.
His power went out again, and we lost him.
Sting and Magnus.
It's gonna be Sting, 'cause they don't let him lose.
Yeah, I think it'll be Magnus and I hope Sting
I know which
loses.
one's Magnus.
The English.
Which one's Magnus?
The English guy?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to go Magnus. I know you guys don't care.
No.
Ultimate X Division Championship match. Actually, this would probably be the most entertaining match of the night. You got Saban, Hardy, Joe, Aries, and Suicide, or whatever they're calling them now. I don't know.
Hold on.
What?
Oh, nothing. I was already skipping ahead to some of our questions. A lot of these aren't even questions; they're statements.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I've always been a Hardy fan, so I would say Jeff Hardy, but I kind of really want Samoa Joe.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense, though, to give it to the guy who's never had the belt. So, I'll say Hardy, just for that reason.
There's going to be a throw your T-shirt to the audience match, because if that's the case, Samoa Joe's going to lock on this.
Nice. Kurt Angle, Bobby Roode.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle still in rehab?
No, he came back last week.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm giving it to Kurt Angle.
That's actually a subject. WWE paid for his rehab.
Yeah.
Don't you find that a little like, come on, TNA, really? Like, you're top star and you can't even pay for rehab for him?
I think it's probably worse that Kurt Angle announced on a radio station that while working for TNA, WWE still puts him in rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't that kind of say, like, yeah, we know you're coming back. He was our rehab.
I mean, it's kind of a universal problem with wrestling, with healthcare in general. Because there was this story this week, last week, about when he was in WWE, he was Cabal. He won NXT 1 year. And it was like he was forced to retire because he got really injured in a match. And they weren't going to help him at all with medical bills. And so he was like, I have to retire because I can't wrestle anymore. So, I mean, it seems to be a universal problem with medical bills. But the fact that TNA keeps saying, oh, we're just as good as WWE, but then makes WWE pay for their people to go to rehab, I agree, is pretty suspicious and stupid.
Knockouts Championship. ODB, Gail Kim, and Brooke Tessmock, or whatever her name is. I don't know, ODB.
I vote don't
Gail
vote.
Kim!
I don't know. There's a tag title match, but there's too many guys for me to really read off who it could be.
So the Bromans are in it, and
Yeah,
they have a funny name, and it reminds me of Broback, so I'm going to root for them.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything worth rooting for. Storm.
Can I explain why I'm rooting for Gail Kim?
Okay.
I really hated Gail Kim when she was in WWE, but now she's married to Robert Irvine, Chef Biceps, and he's fabulous, and he has fantastic biceps.
Wow.
So
Wait,
she's allowed to win.
Is that his name, Chef Biceps?
That's what we call him in my house.
Oh.
I didn't even come up with that nickname. It was my father. So.
Can that be Jason's new wrestling name?
Chef Biceps. Teaming with Piranha Man.
Because like if you ever watch him do like Restaurant Impossible, he's always like, oh, let me reach for this spoon. Oh, let me flex my bicep for you while I'm doing it. Like he wears like the tightest t-shirts ever. Oh my god. What's the name of the ref in the NFL that has the huge biceps? Ed something, right?
I don't know.
Ed Hockley. It's just like Ed Hockley if you're a football person. Like it's the same kind of thing, like how he does all of his referee calls and just like flexes his biceps the entire time and wears the wicked tight shirt. It's just ridiculous. So we call him Chef Biceps. But they're married, so I'm gonna root for Gail Kim because he has biceps.
Yeah. That pretty much does it for Bound for Glory.
Do you want to go to the Twitter questions this week?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Ricardo Luke, the old Kane is much scarier and better than the new Kane. Sir, that is a statement. Let's see. Your favorite promo of all time.
That was a response to something we posted. That wasn't necessarily a question for the podcast here.
Well, I'm under favorites, so your favorite. This is Michael Sears. Your favorite promo of all time. Mine would be when DX dressed up as Shane and Vince. I'm gonna go.
That one was pretty good. I did think that was funny.
I'm gonna go with DX dressing up as the Nation.
That's a good one. Then I'll go DX dressing up as the Corporation.
Basically, DX dressing up is our favorite promo of all time.
I tend to think anytime that one wrestler dresses up as another, it's hilarious for one reason. Like, The Miz dressing up as Fandango was recent. Like, it was hilarious, and there's no reason that should have been funny. It just was. AJ and Caitlyn dressing up as each other, it was funny for no reason, but it was funny.
And The Miz dressing up like a wrestler. That was hilarious.
Hey, fuck you.
The Miz's dad no selling his son getting hurt.
That was amazing. Oh, God.
Amazing Zai WWE. What does it take to be a good ring announcer? Don't use that was vintage before someone does a move.
That's commentary, not ring announcer, my dear.
You know what? Shut up.
Does it take to become ring announcer? Like, I don't know. Like, first of all, you have to be able to remember numbers. I can't tell you how many indie shows I've been to now where I've seen an announcer with the information, like, written on their hand. Like, come on, really?
You know, if you had to be a ring announcer, you'd be doing the same. You'd have a scroll.
There's a reason I wouldn't be a ring announcer, and that's because I have the memory of a goldfish.
I would say the most important thing is don't have a horse face like Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's mean, Jason. That is just mean.
Oh, God.
Hashtag
From,
Lillian Garcia.
Hashtag your dick.
Anyways, from
go
Big Jim Sports.
What?
Next Twitter question. From @BigJimSports, do you think Cena will beat ADR just to have Sandow cash in and or start a feud with him?
Yeah.
No.
No. How dare you
Because I
disagree
feel
with
like, I don't know, they've had a lot of really good opportunities to have Sandow cash in, and like any other time, they wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until you've forgotten about it. And there was such a big hullabaloo about Sandow maybe cashing in at Battleground that to have him cash in at Hell in a Cell would just be like, well, no, they're just trying to appease us. So
I think he cashes in because he's Super Cena and he has to beat everybody.
Cena is cashing in anything. What?
No. Cena wins. Sandow cashes in. Loses.
You think Sandow can cash in and win against Cena?
No. Sandow cashes in and loses.
What? No, I
Am I
want
speaking Japanese?
Catherine, can I ask you, what the hell? You just made a Prince noise.
I'm hearing it. It just doesn't sound like words.
Jason, as sad as I am that we lost the good show, I'm glad that we now have a soundbite of Catherine making a Prince sound.
Fuck yourselves. Why does every podcast end with you guys making fun of me? You're supposed to be my friends.
Hey, we had an entire month of making fun of the fact that Jason knows transvestites. I don't want to hear it.
True.
That is how I'm introing the show now.
Can we start the show instead with you whining for 10 minutes because we lost the first one?
Yep.
He
Oh,
is
God.
has the power.
Oof.
Well, I think that does it all for questions.
No, there is one more question.
What?
From @Michael_Sears. I'm guessing this one's for Jason because he and Jason have been like developing a little bromance over the Red Sox.
No,
And
he
he
hates
wants
the
to
Red
know what your
Sox. He's a
favorite
Yankees fan.
playoff moment is.
That's not even a wrestling question. You're
It doesn't matter. We said they could ask about anything, and he and Jason have their little bromance. So, what's your favorite baseball playoff moment, Jason?
When we kick the Yankees' ass.
Oh, shut up!
What? Why wouldn't that be?
You might as well be jerking this guy up with Kelly's, all right?
He hates the Red Sox. He said it himself. He's a Yankees fan.
So,
Whatever.
Jason's just trying to piss off our listeners.
Yeah, again.
Every time.
You could be a Schman Schmodcast. And
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't say it. But he's not.
I'm ending
Really?
this thing. This is our shortest show because Jason had to go and lose the good one.
There's one more question that I'm really confused about.
All right.
Did you see the other one?
No, what?
From Paul Sweat at Y2Sum. How much money did WWF lose by giving away TL Hopper versus Duke the Dumpster on Superstars instead of waiting till Mania?
Millions.
I don't even know
Don't
what
forget.
what are they talking about?
Don't forget the inflation.
And there's your title for tonight's show. All right, 978-276-9418. Feel free to call so Jason can play it on the show and then lose it.
Yep.
Or tweet us at MO Commentary.
Apology. We'd like to apologize on behalf of myself and Jason and Eddie and the poor bystanders, Nina and Dan, who were part of this traumatic, train wreck of a podcast that was going mediocre until Jason's power cut out and he lost the entire damn thing. And then he asked Eddie and I to recount in 5 minutes, and we did.
You know how hard we strive for mediocrity, Jason. How dare you rob us of this?
I'm sorry.
I'm just sad we haven't played Trivial Pursuit, because Eddie and I were playing Trivial Pursuit while we waited for Jason to get power back.
Ask us a question, then.
What's a good question? All right.
Oh, put her on the spot. She doesn't have an answer.
Well, most of the cards I was pulling out because they were funny and racist, because my Trivial Pursuit is
Then
from
you will ask one of those questions.
And get all racist.
There's their wrestling question. Which one? The green one?
What?
What? The green one? That has nothing to do with wrestling.
So Catherine sounded like Prince and Jason just sounded like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Okay, we'll have a racist question.
Yes.
Who was the first black to win the Wimbledon men's single tennis title?
Shit. I couldn't answer the first white.
I only know of only one tennis player, and I don't even know what race he is. Is it John McEnroe?
I'll give you a hint. There's a whole tennis thing dedicated to him.
Serena Williams? Somebody? Is that her name?
Arthur Ashe. Come on.
O.J. Simpson.
He was an athlete, right?
You people are terrible. Hey, at least I didn't ask you an East or West Germany question, because I totally have those.
You're really holding out on us. You really want to ask that question.
I need to find it. There's so many of them, and I have so many cards. Because Dan pulled out Trivial Pursuit because we were bored. What was the sequel to the Pink Panther?
The Return of the Pink Panther.
Wrong. A Shot in the Dark.
I'm done with tonight. This show sucks.
He's just upset because he doesn't know Trivial Pursuit question answers.
No, I don't. I'm supposed to be smart. You're making me look bad. Well, all right then. I'm going to wrap it up for us.
Why I still have a podcast. Let's end this thing.
978-276-9418. That was our show. I'm sorry.
Come back next time when hopefully technology doesn't screw us over.
Or Jason pays his electrical bill.
Damn you, N-Star.
This is what you get for not podcasting by candlelight.
Nice.
Should use Morse code.
Smoke signals, people. Smoke signals.
Are we ending this?
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed for us.
Oh, whatever.
Excellent. Well, that's a wonderful evening. Have a good night. I'm Catherine.
I'm Jason.
I'm Eddie.
Unfortunately.